address. It uses the TLB write map here to quickly find the address, but only the range 0x80000000 to 0xC0000000 was mapped into the N64 memory, meaning any store to an address below or above that range would write directly into the emulator memory, letting you write Windows assembly that will then be executed on your computer directly, without that layer of virtual machine protection. And this little snippet written by Eglab is all you really need to pull off this exploit. Of course, your payload here would have to be a Windows virus program, and you have to find a good address to inject the virus into to successfully execute it, which is possible, of course, as he's showcased with the Never Gonna Give You Up video. I'm surprised I haven't destroyed anything on my PC before, considering how common it is to accidentally write to a low RAM address. Running code like this would just crash on a real Nintendo 64, which is why no game does it, and why this wasn't an issue with the emulator until just now. This exploit could be injected into any mod, or even any official game you could download online. All it takes is for one person to write the virus a single time and re-upload a bunch of ROMs with the code injected. This clip here from DevWizard also showcases some more funny stuff you can do with this, proving a skilled programmer can take advantage of this exploit pretty easily. If this scares you enough to switch off Project 64 1.6, and it really should, because you could lose all your online passwords or accounts, you might think about what your next emulator should be. Most people like Power Launcher the most, and I've already got a setup tutorial for you. I'll link it in the description. It comes with a bunch of new features to play mods easier as well. There are also newer versions of Project 64 that don't have this vulnerability anymore, if you'd like to stick with Project 64. Although there is the fact that later Project 64 versions had their official installer bundled with optional malware and toolbars and all that stuff, and they also added the nag screen nagging you to donate. So I don't know if you really want to keep using Project 64. Of course, I appreciate what they did for all of us with giving us this amazing emulator, but something somehow just went off the deep end. I don't know what happened. And if you're switching emulators, you might as well check out Eglab's version of Glide. This is the graphics plugin I test with, as it is the most convenient to use and accurate enough to the N64 to run my games. Using it basically guarantees all the Mario 64 mods look as intended on your end. And if you're looking for a mod to play, you might as well also check out Eglab's mods. I promise you, he didn't put any viruses in them. That's all, stay safe, don't get hacked, do not use this emulator anymore. It is seriously a huge security concern. But on the bright side, DevWizard used this to make the funniest anti-piracy screen I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go. Here we go. Yahoo! Yeah.
In today's video, I'm going to translate a bunch of textures from Super Mario 64 100 times. So if Mushroom Kingdom used to look like this, now it looks like this. Alright, so let's start with the game name itself, Super Mario 64. Maria is 64 years old. What? Oh my god, that looks so good. This is the best logo I have ever made. Yes, it works.
Subscribe and like at the video.
Guys, do what Mariam says. Let's translate Princess Peach 100 times. Monday. Guys, I found Princess Monday. Because of the N64's hardware limitations, a bunch of textures, including Mario, have been split into multiple files, which is why I have to translate all of Mario's textures separately. Let's translate Mario's eyes 100 times. Mary's eyes. Well, I don't know who Mary is, but let's pretend this eye belongs to her. I just found the grass texture. This is gonna be awesome. Seriously? Here's 3 Minecraft vegetables. What more can you ask for? If this translates to something stupid, I will be angry. Build. You know what you can build with? Lego tree. Alright, let's see the damage. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so cursed. I mean, look at the trees. Why is he emoting? He does have an M on his cap, but I think we should change that. So let's translate Mario's hat 100 times. No way you just translated to Mario, take off your hat. So instead of an M, Mario will now have take off your hat written on his head. Now I'm gonna translate the sand. Biology. Biology is life. Perfect. I just found a texture for Mario's mustache. What does that mean? Who is Mary? Here you go.